Today, I'm taking a tour, headed to Valparaiso. We board a bus just after sunrise, leaving behind the glass towers and morning traffic. The city thins out. Concrete fades into vineyards. Billboards give way to rolling hills. Chile starts to exhale. About an hour and a half later, the Pacific begins to whisper from somewhere beyond the hills. And then, there it is, Valparaiso. Luckily, our guide, Ramses, was entertaining on the bus ride over.
Dance, maybe a pose. Yeah, that's it. Put a little stop in the middle of the road for extra coffee in case you need to wake up a little.
Really needed this coffee. Nice tour guide, Ramones I think his name is, really cool guy. So on our way to Valparaiso, guys, nice little day tour outside of Santiago. It's like the #1 day trip outside of the city, so great day out, so it should be a lot of fun. So let's get there, vamos.
About you guys, so let's start with Paul.
Yeah.
Paul,
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Toronto, Canada.
Ah, from Canada.
Yeah.
By the way, over here, Vancouver.
Vancouver?
Yeah, Metallica, Vancouver, BC. You can plant whatever you want here, and it grows really well because the soil is really fertile. All organic, chemical-free. And also the cactus over there is called Quisco. Echinopsis chilensis, Quisco. We have 150 cactus varieties here in Chile, and 80% of the cactus are located in the north of Chile, because as you know, in the north we have desert. And also in the north of Chile we have a very famous cactus we have here in Chile, the Saint Peter cactus. We receive a lot of tourists coming here to the north of Chile looking for this cactus, because this cactus, Saint Peter cactus, has a lot of mescaline. And if you're lucky to find this cactus, you can cook it and make a soup with psychedelic effects. That's why we receive a lot of people looking for this cactus. The alfajor, my friends, the Chilean cookie.
Yeah.
It's a cornstarch cookie with caramelized condensed milk in the middle. Here in Chile, this caramel is called manjar. But if you go to Argentina, you can also find the alfajor.
Yeah.
But bigger, covered in chocolate, and the caramel in the middle is called dulce de leche. But be careful, guys. The alfajor is not an invention from Chile and neither from Argentina. The alfajor is an invention from the Arabs, and the real name is not alfajor. The real name is al-jasu. The expression, the phrase, the people of Chile speak Spanish really bad.
No.
No? Yes? No? No.
I haven't heard that.
No? It's very common. But here in Chile, we don't speak bad. We only speak a little fast. In fact, my friends, technically speaking, we don't speak Spanish here in Chile. We speak a variant of the Castilian mixed with words from our indigenous people. Quechuas, Mapuches. Valparaíso to the left, Viña del Mar to the right. As you can see, Valparaiso is very hilly. We have 44 hills in Valparaiso. We have a lot of beaches over here, and we receive a lot of people from the north and the south of Chile coming here to enjoy the summer activities like surfing, some concerts, and also in February here in Viña del Mar we have a very famous music festival, the International Music Festival of Viña del Mar. We receive a lot of artists from all the corners of the world in this festival.
the bridge.
Allá el pescadita, ¿quiere pescar? Sí.
Hola.
Machas, the Chilean abalone. And with the machas, we make Parmesan clams. Really yummy. With Parmesan cheese. No, this is eel. Yes. No, nothing this one here. And to the right we have the National Customs Directorate. And this brown building over here is the old steamship company. And the blue building in the back is the Navy's headquarters of Chile, el edificio de la Armada de Chile, the building of the Armada de Chile, the Navy's headquarters of Chile. So, my friends, welcome to Cerro Alegre. Happy here. We are right now 45 meters above the sea level in this location. Question for you guys, what is the first thing you notice in the hills? Don't overthink it, really quick.
First thing.
Take a look, really quick. What is the first thing you notice? Colorful, really colorful. Yes. Why? Because many years ago, it was very common to find remainings of old ships in the coast, and inside those remainings there's a lot of paint buckets. And the fishermen had the necessity to identify their homes from the port. So they started to paint their houses of different colors. That's why the hills of Valparaiso are so colorful. And the real name of this city is not Valparaiso. The real name is Alimapu, which means burnt land or burnt soil. Because many years ago there was a lot of red clay on the hills. And the Changos, the indigenous people who used to live in these lands, they thought it was burnt land or burnt soil, Alimapu. It's called Valparaiso because Valparaiso is the birthplace of a Spanish explorer called Joaquín de Saavedra, and this man discovers Valparaiso in the year 1536. And, but be careful, he only discovers Valparaiso. He's not the founder. Valparaiso has no founder or date or foundation. It's a city that developed on its own. Yes. And also, this city needed to rebuild itself due to the fires in the hills and also the earthquakes. So my friends, we are officially starting our walk from here, and we are right now in the Yugoslav Avenue. The art of Valparaiso. The art of Valparaiso started at the end of the 60s, at the beginning of the 70s, and we had a lot of influence from the murals from Mexico. But the art of Valparaiso stopped in the year 1973 with the arrival of Pinochet to the power during the dictatorship. And at the end of the 80s, we started again with the art in Valparaiso and with the arrival of the spray can from the United States, the graffiti. But be careful, guys. When I'm saying graffiti, I'm talking about art. Because in the middle of the road, you'll be seeing we have a lot of tagging vandalism. Here in Chile, the robbers use a language that is called COA, C-O-A, language of the underground, of the jail. I don't know the meaning of this language because I've never been in jail. But these robbers use the tagging, the COA tagging, to provide information to the other robbers. This house is empty. This house is empty between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. There's 3 people living inside, and with that information they make the robbery. But right now, we are on World Heritage Site, so we have more cops patrolling, so we have less tagging compared to the 5-10 years ago. If you're planning to make a painting on an historical place, you need to fill a request to the Town Hall of Valparaiso, requesting for permission, and also presenting a sketch and the colors. And also, my friends, the art of Valparaiso is in constant change, in constant motion. For example, this painting over here is from 2 weeks ago, and if you come here in 5 months or maybe the next year, you will find a totally different painting. The art is always changing. And in the middle of the road, my friends, you'll be seeing a lot of houses covered with this corrugated metal plates over here. Why? Because these houses usually are made with wood and adobe. You know the adobe? Yes? And to protect these houses from the salt clouds of the coast and the rain, the owners cover these houses with these corrugated metal plates, and this metal is called calamine. It's an alloy from zinc, lead, and tin. I'll be right behind. My friends, over here we have one of the famous artists we'll be seeing a lot in Valparaiso, Newenki. Newenki used an inspiration the indigenous people from the Patagonia, the Selknam. The Selknam used to use this garment over here, and also masks. And over here, my friends, we have our national comic, Condorito. Condorito is a condor. It's a condor. Remember the condor, the big bird that I mentioned before? Yes. And also, but there's a blend. We have the condor, Condorito, with the art of Salvador Dalí. Can you see the mouse? There's the Spanish artist, Salvador Dalí. By the way, my friends, if you come here by night, there's a red light, turn on, and you can place here, and oh, I'm being abducted. And my friends, we have a slide over here. I'll make a demonstration for you guys, and then you can go next, okay? This push, very simple. Here we go.
It looks painful.
You did it for me too.
From the year 2017. This mural is a kind of tiny compilation of some conflicts in our history and also some milestones in our. We have this man with the white hair is Sebastián Piñera Cheñique, the president of the previous government, and he died on a chopper accident 2 years ago.
Oh.
And you know this guy over here? He's Elon Musk.
Elon Musk?
Why is Elon Musk over here holding a helmet? Because 2 years ago, not Elon Musk itself, but some members of Tesla company came here to make some business related to the lithium. And also 2 months ago, Starlink, the other company of Elon Musk, made an alliance with Entel. Entel is the #1 cell phone company we have here in Chile. And we are officially the first country in Latin America to have Starlink in our cell phones. And the 5th country worldwide after United States, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan. And this man with the glasses over here is called Jaime Guzman. Jaime Guzman was a lawyer to the dictatorship of Pinochet, and he was the responsible of the elaboration of the Constitution in the year 1980, and there was a part of this Constitution extending the period of Pinochet in the power. And the lady with the particular handkerchief, a panty over there, is Michelle Bachelet, the first woman to be president of Chile. And over here, my friends, we have a tiny representation of the social outburst of the year 2019. There was a massive protest in all Chile asking for more dignity to the people of Chile, better jobs, better payment, better healthcare system, better education, more dignity to the people of Chile. And here in the middle, we have the main protagonist of this tour. You guys, the tourists, taking photos. And over here, we have the Spanish conqueror Pedro de Valdivia. Remember that I mentioned this guy, the founder of Santiago in the year 1541. And this is a representation of the Arauco War, the war between the Spanish conquerors and the Mapuches from the year 1550. And at some point of this Arauco War, Pedro de Valdivia was captured by the Mapuches in the Battle of Tucapel, and he was a prisoner for the Mapuches. He was ambushed, and Pedro de Valdivia was tied to a log because he was captured. And then some Mapuches, they knew how to speak Spanish, and they had a conversation with Pedro de Valdivia. So, Pedro de Valdivia, we heard you like the gold. So, my friends over here, we have a very special gift for you. Pedro de Valdivia was forced to drink boiling gold, liquid gold, just like in Game of Thrones. And then Pedro de Valdivia was dismembered. But before that, the Mapuches, using clams, they carved all the muscles from the wrist to the shoulder, and they cook it. The Mapuches are not cannibals, but they were really angry with this man over here. And then Pedro de Valdivia was dismembered, and because of that, you'll never find the body of Pedro de Valdivia. There's no tomb, there's no grave. And the head of Pedro de Valdivia was put into a pipe, because the Spanish conquerors, they used to put the head of the Mapuches into a pipe, so he received the same fate. That's why you'll never find the body of this poor man, because he was totally dismembered. If you get tired of saying Valparaiso, you can say Valpo, and it's okay. My friends, we have another painting of Daniel Rebeco, the same artist of the previous mural. This painting over here is a representation of the massive fire in the hills of Valparaiso in the year 2014. 2 days of fire, my friends. And by the way, 400 kilometers to the south from here, there's a port of Lirquén. And we are dealing right now with the reconstruction of the houses because there was a massive fire 2 weeks ago. But sometimes Daniel Rebeco, among the tragedy, he loves to add random stuff. For example, Elton John over there.
Okay.
And the cat on fire. Why cat? You'll be seeing a lot of cats in the paintings because the captains of the ships used to have cats in the crew to get rid of their rats. And eventually, the cats settled here in Valparaiso. My friends, over here. You know this guy over here?
Trump.
Mr. Trump, what are you doing here in Chile? I don't know.
Causing mischief.
If I found Daniel Rebeco, I need to ask him seriously, why is Donald Trump, why is the business of Mr. Trump here in Chile? I don't know.
Jack Nicholson.
And here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Jack Nicholson in The Shining. And Homer Simpson when he was young with her. And a famous rapper singer from Chile, from Valparaiso.
Who's that?
Ana Tijoux.
A marker and a ruler.
See? Just simple as that.
Talent. That's
Simple.
talent. That's talent.
Yes. We are entering the Gervasoni promenade right now. promenade, as I said, my friends, is called Gervasoni because in the 20th century there was a famous consul from Italy, really famous here in Valparaiso. We are leaving Concepcion Hill behind us and we are returning to Cerro Alegre, Happy Hill again.
Oh, Happy Hill. My new favorite place in the world.
Hola Dani, ¿cómo estás? ¿Tanto tiempo? ¿Todo bien? ¿Qué tú tanto tiempo? It's wine o'clock.
Wine o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Best part of the day. Organic, eh?
Let me just say, since you have arrived earlier, you're the cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it.
Let me just say that, okay? You're the
Yeah.
It's that organic experience.
Yeah.
Emiliana, right? Thank you to my lovely assistant Ramses over here. Give it up for him.
Yeah.
How thank you guys. It's not necessary.
So now that everybody has a glass in their hand, okay, I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Javier. Okay, very nice to meet you all here today, and welcome here to Emiliana Organic Vineyards. Okay, now I don't know if you knew this, but Emiliana is actually the biggest organic vineyard in the whole world. Not just Chile or the Americas, but the whole planet, right? Now, I'm sure that there's people still arriving here. Okay, now we got locations all along the country, right? And I say along because we're not really that wide, so all along this country right here, we got plenty of locations, right? From north to south, and we make over 1,200 hectares of harvest, making this one the biggest one worldwide, right? Now, to the wine itself, we're gonna try two different wines in this instance. We're trying a Chardonnay first, and then a mystery red that I have over here that we'll get to it later when the time comes.
Alpacas.
I know you like
Oh,
it.
it knows it's going. It knows what's happening.
All right, my friends. The trick is really simple. With one hand, you give them the food, and with the other, you need to be a little sneaky, so you can pet them. All right.
Oh, it's
Jeez. You
Which
grab
way?
it from here.
Here.
There you go. Perfect. We're waiting.
oh my god. Oh my god. So aggressive.
So greedy.
So aggressive.
Yes.
Oh god. Still waiting for more. Alpacas. I feel bad for them just because of their teeth are so messed up, you know?
So, my friends, how's the wine?
Excellente.
Perfect. My friends, a little trivia for you guys. I want to use this opportunity because sometimes the wine provides some insight. So I have a little trivia for you guys. How many liters of wine do you think a Chilean person drinks per year, average?
What's the
Liters. How many liters of wine?
what's the
Eh?
300?
300, okay.
What's the over under on that?
300. Who gives less? Who gives more? No? 300 to the 1?
150.
150. 150 to the 1. 150 to the 2. 150 to the 3. All right, my friends. Before the pandemic, the average was only 2 liters.
A year?
Oh my god.
And right now, yes.
A year?
Right now, yes.
Really?
And right
way.
now, the average is only 12 liters per year, guys.
Wow.
Sorry for disappointing you.
Why is that?
There's an explanation for this. The wine culture here in Chile is really young. It's only 30 years old. And here in Chile, we drink more beer and more pisco and more whiskey, more tequila. We are very bad wine drinkers. But we are very professional alcoholics for the other kinds of drinks besides the wine. My friends, in the history of Egypt, well, the most common answer is 2, 3, Ramses the first, the second, the third. Really good architects. But in reality, my friends, in the history of Egypt, we have 11 pharaohs with the name Ramses. 11 pharaohs. Okay, my friends. This hat over here was an idea of a friend of mine, Pablo, another tour guide in this agency, my roomie, and also a friend from the high school. I'm working here with you guys because of him. And he was in the shopping mall and he gave me a phone call. Ramses, I found the perfect hat for you because you need to start using your name Ramses as your avatar in your tours. And that's why I'm using this ridiculous hat over here, but only in the tour of Valparaíso and Viña del Mar, and also in the tour of wine and the wine tour of Maipo Valley. But that information is really important. But I love to provide the human being component, a little smile to you guys. That's why I'm using this hat over here. Ramses, what a very particular name. My parents are really creative.
Special thank you to Ramses for taking us out and showing us Valparaiso through his eyes. He's not just a tour guide, he's a storyteller. Music producer, creative soul who feels the city the way an artist feels a melody. You can hear it in the way he talks about the streets, the hills, the history. For him, Valparaiso isn't just a destination, it's a living track, layered with color, rhythm, and resistance. From the winding streets to the murals splashed across every wall, he didn't just show us the city, he translated it. Ramses, thank you for the stories, the laughs, and the soundtrack to our time here. Valparaiso, what a place.